Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'ma detail the story of G Uno. G Uno would grow up in Compton to a dad who was from Watts and was in the streets heavy. His mom was a hard-working woman who spent a lot of time at work trying to feed her family. Growing up in the hood, G Uno had it hard. Growing up in Compton in the 90s and the 2000s, it was dangerous and heavy crime-ridden, where numerous Pirus, Crips, and Serrano gangs spread all over the city, causing the area to be one of the most dangerous cities in LA County. And in G Uno's area, it was a well-known gang known as the Treetop Pirus. The Treetops formed in the 70s and would gain a deadly reputation by the 80s, with them going to war with several Crips in Compton. The Treetops hailed from the west side of Compton, and outside of their deadly reputation, they became known worldwide for having rappers like DJ Quick and Slim 400, and also YG being from Treetop Piru. The Treetop Pirus and several other Piru sets in Compton had a strong alliance to take on several Crips, but that would change with several fallouts and later disputes. Some Piru sets would start beefing with each other, and the Fruittown Pirus, who was close with the Treetops, would become one of the Treetops' main enemies. But besides Crips and the Pirus, the Treetops also had beef with a well-known Serrano gang known as the T-Flats, and the T-Flats would go to war with several Pirus, causing a lot of bloodshed in Compton. At only 12 years old, G Uno would have his first deadly run-in with the streets before he was fully involved. He would be walking home with his group of friends when a group of people would come through shooting at him and his friends. This would lead to G Uno being grazed and his friend being shot in this incident. This made him become a gang member. Getting shot turned him into the streets, seeking revenge. But with the streets, it led to a lot more violence, and for G Uno, jail time. His first arrest would be still in the car. His mom would later try to keep him out the streets by sending him away with several family members, but that still wouldn't work. And by his junior year of high school, he would get involved in an incident that would forever change his life. By 2009, the Treetops were fully locked in their war with the T-Flats. And on April 16th, 2009, G Uno and two of his homies were walking when a car drove by with four T-Flats members inside the car. The driver was a well-known T-Flats member named Hammer, who was a well-known and reputable member of the T-Flats. The T-Flats members would throw up their hood and start dissing the Treetops and making gestures that they had guns. G Uno's homies would decide to run, but according to his homies, G Uno didn't run, and he told his two friends to keep running, then multiple shots would be fired. The T-Flats car was coming towards G Uno and his homies, and they noticed that the driver Hammer was slouched over the steering wheel and was bloody. The T-Flats car would later crash. G Uno's homies and some of the T-Flats were later questioned about the shooting, and they would tell on G Uno, which later got him caught a month later in Vegas. G Uno was 17 at the time of the shooting and will be solely blamed for killing Hammer, and this would get him 21 years in prison. At 18, G Uno will be on a level 4 prison yard, which he would see how crazy prison politics were, from fights, riots, and inner circle beef. But with a new law that passed in favor of crimes committed as a minor, this allowed G Uno, who was 17 on the murder he committed, to be released after 13 years. After being released, G Uno would get into music and start being a presence in media and doing several interviews with platforms like Compton, No Jumper, and several others. But being in the media, he would get into a few beefs with people like Snoopy Badass and several others. Now, Snoopy Badass is a rapper from Hollywood, Piru, who has gained several enemies and critics in the last few years, with some bashing him, calling him a fake gang member, a hood hopper, and even a snitch, which Snoopy would deny. But Snoopy and G Uno would later have beef, which they would talk about in interviews with channels like Witty Apparatus, No Jumper, and Cam Capone.
So some people from a gang in Compton called Compton Barrio T-Flats. You feel me? They hit me up and said, "Man, he a snitch." He gave intel that I said, "Well, who?" They said the G Uno nigga. So they shot me the paperwork, and I reacted to it, which clearly in the paperwork he told. You know what I'm saying? And so I just put it out there like him telling that ain't my business. That's his hood business. Came out of nowhere speaking on me, homie. But he just trying to get clout. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But my thing with him is like, you got a whole millionaire from your hood, bro. You got YG, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if YG not fucking with you and not you try to throw you a bone, I mean that tell the whole world right there about your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's right there.
Or say anything.
Yeah, I ain't never said nothing about that nigga, except that he wasn't the king of Compton.
Nigga, you not even from the city. You wasn't even born and raised. You never went to a high school. You never even lived out there. How the f you proclaiming to be the king of that? Come on, bro. Make it make sense. But that was the only thing I said about him. You feel me?
As far as what he said, just let the paperwork do the talking.
He blocked me on Instagram. All kind of weirdo whole shit.
With his growing media presence, G Uno would want to box another viral gang member, being C-Mac, which he would challenge him to a fight, but that would never happen. G Uno would feel like people were hating on him with making the fight happen.
The fight that was supposed to happen with me and C-Mac, right?
No,
your co-host. You called him on FaceTime.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I do a lot of content.
Nah,
you seem like you think that I should remember every last detail of that interview.
Nah, just with me.
It wasn't really that big a deal to me.
So look, I guess Brick Baby and 600 was like, oh, I don't have enough clout or whatever, whatever. At the time, I had my views was in the thousands. They see me on the Explore page on Instagram and all that, so they see the wave. But then Crib Mac, he turned around and go to the Niggersons and box with a homie.
I know that,
and they only have 500 followers, bro. Like,
yeah.
Come on, bro. You can't tell me that ain't no hating shit. Like, bro, come on, fool.
Right.
Like,
nah, but what it was he probably didn't think he had no win with you.
For sure he didn't. Everybody in his mama knew he didn't.
But he's saying that Dodgy Kane is...
G Uno would even have a good relationship with G-Face, but they would have a big fallout.
I mean, I guess you could say that. After the snitch allegations was brought up against me, I went and got my paperwork. You feel me? And so I called G-Face. I'm like, hey, look, blood, I got my paperwork, fool. Nigga, hit Adam 22. Tell Adam 22 I need another interview, blood, so I can put my paperwork out there. This nigga responds to me like, oh, I ain't your lawyer. Like, woo, like, what? Blood, you's a weirdo. My wife like, man, hang up on that nigga. I hung up on blood and shit. I ain't talked to that nigga since.
Damn.
Songs, when G Uno put that stuff on Cam Capone, let him have it, bro. It's all good. What I tripped out on is when we did that No Jumper interview, mind you, I'm 40 years old, my dog. I'm not coming over here to promote my music or nothing. Every time I've come up here, I've always tried to bring a young homie with me to put them out there. Like, oh boy, Shooter from Avalon. Homie hit me up a week prior to me coming here. Man, I with your music.
And that's a whole nother story.
Right, well, let's do this first.
Yeah.
I asked the homie to pull up with me on some, let me put you out there on some been busted. Mind you, I went to prison at 15, like him, both of us. So I respect that gangster. I said, dog, come with me. We're gonna put you on the platform. We're gonna do what we do. He said, cool. We got here, everything was good. We linked up, did a music video. We did 2 music videos together that I paid for. So when I watched that video of him saying, I'm weird because I didn't say it, Snoopy Badass posted paperwork on him of some T-flats or whatever saying that he testified, right? I read it. G Uno is not rat. I'm telling you right now, I read the paperwork.
I read the work too.
What
did
asked
you read?
He said posted on the
Hold on, what did you read?
Rumors would even come out that G Uno snitched on his case, but he would later debunk those rumors several times.
To put these allegations attached to my name, bro, and don't give me my due process, you will answer to it, fool. Now, with that being said, blood, hey, Tree Gang, handle my lightweight, blood. I don't got time to be playing with these internet and YouTube.
The above described area. It is well recognized by law enforcement and the public that T-Flats hate all blacks, and in particular hate Treetops, which is a black gang. The 2 gangs have long controlled this area as mortal enemies. The victim in the case is Eder Saucier Vicencio, a hardcore member of the T-Flats. He was the driver of the vehicle occupied by 3 other male Hispanics. The right front passenger has been identified as Eric Najaro, a member of T-Flats as well. Najaro has failed to name the other 2 individuals in the vehicle. The other 2 dudes in the vehicle was never named. Tyler never named them. Eric never told on them, and Hammer was dead. Defendant Jenkins Harris. Defendant Jenkins.
With all he has been through, G Uno has proclaimed himself as the king of Bompton, and many people had a problem with this.
During the interview that you didn't watch because you don't do any research, where he was saying that he is the king of Bompton.
What's wrong?
And we started kind of, it created a dialogue.
I am Bompton.
Listen, all
I am
homies,
Bompton.
all
Look,
homies.
A little bit of an argument.
No, it's not.
If you
an
watched
argument.
it,
I'm gonna tell you why it's
you
not an
would've loved it.
argument. All homies is supposed to feel that way. Because if we got all kings and niggas is moving with kings mentality, right, then we ain't got no weak links. So I don't take that personal when any homie say, I'm the king of Piru, I'm the king of my...
Recently, G Uno's been pushing his rap career hard, doing several freestyles, dropping several videos, and doing interviews. And recently, G Uno just dropped a mixtape, so he hoping one day he can blow up, gain fame, and take his career to new heights. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.